Hi, I'm Emma,
And I'm Jean.
and today we're going to be informing you about the subphylum Chelicerata.
What makes a Chelicerata, you may ask? All Chelicerata are arthropods who have 8 legs and do not have any antennae. They all have a very unique and specific mouth called chelicerae. This is where they get their name. Most animals of this subphylum are carnivorous, and all Chelicerata share the trait of having 2 distinct body regions, a cephalothorax and an abdomen. Some animals of this phylum include horseshoe crabs, jumping spiders, scorpions, and ticks.
All Chelicerata belong to the phylum Arthropod. Let's talk about what an arthropod is. Arthropod is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. To be an arthropod means an animal is an invertebrate and has an external skeleton, also known as an exoskeleton. Arthropods also have jointed appendages. Insects, arachnids, and crustaceans are all examples of an arthropod.
Chelicerata have a specific type of mouth called chelicerae. Well, what the heck is that? Chelicerae includes a pair of appendages in front of the mouth in arachnids and some other arthropods. These mouths are like a set of pincers that are tipped with fangs. Spiders use their chelicerae to hold prey while injecting venom.
Let's talk about the evolution of Chelicerata. Chelicerata originated as marine animals. The first confirmed fossils date back to the late Ordovician period, which was a whopping 445 million years ago. These animals have evolved into only 4 marine species that exist today. These include the different types of horseshoe crabs and possibly sea spiders. In recent studies, over 77,000 air-breathing chelicerates exist today. It is estimated that there are roughly 500,000 unidentified species.
Every living being requires some type of food or nutrients to thrive. So let's talk about the eating needs and habits of Chelicerata. Feeding strategies include predation, herbivory, scavenging, and eating decaying organic matter. Some of these animals have guts that are too narrow to break down and digest solid food, so instead they generally liquidize their food by grinding it with their chelicerae and pedipalps, which are parts of their mouth, then flooding it with digestive enzymes to aid in digestion.
No coddling here. Air-breathing Chelicerata use internal or indirect fertilization. One male will fertilize several females. Many have elaborate courtship rituals so they can mate before the male is eaten. Most lay eggs and have the young emerge looking like mini adults. They are left to fend for themselves. Talk about harsh parenting skills.
Let's take a deeper look into a specific kind of Chelicerata, the horseshoe crab. Their diet consists of generally feeding on small clams, crustaceans, and worms. They will also eat other animals and even algae. Like other Chelicerata, horseshoe crabs will crush any hard food between their pedipalps before passing it into their mouth to aid in digestion.
Horseshoe crabs are living fossils. This video is a great example of the horseshoe crab and the different features that classify it as a Chelicerata. Hope you guys enjoy.
Alive? Oh, it is alive! Look at that!
Yes!
Wow, I thought that was a turtle! Oh my gosh, I just saw the lump. I thought it was a carapace. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna gently lift it up out of the grasses here. Let's see. Oh, it's strong! Look at that! Wow!
What an
Look
alien.
at its tail going. Here, back up a little bit so I'm not sitting in the water. Whoa, look at that! Oh my goodness. That is a horseshoe crab. What a bizarre looking creature. Now, I may be thinking, Coyote, is that thing going to pinch and bite you like crazy? No, they actually just have a little tiny mouth right in the center, and they have no stinger, no fangs, no teeth. Look at that back tail there. They've gotten a bad reputation because of this tail. People think that that's venomous. It actually is not. Ow, 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 but the side little spikes there are definitely very, very spiny. Let me see if I can get it to just lay in the palm of my hand. Oh, that feels really, really creepy. Now, it's called a horseshoe crab, but it's not actually related to crabs at all. It's more closely related to spiders and scorpions. This is one large arthropod. Now, it is pinching me a little bit. They do have these front pedipalps up front that they use to harvest food off of the basin of the ocean. Wow, I'm like so excited right now. Hold on, I gotta compose myself because I did not think we were gonna come across a horseshoe crab out here. Now, if you look straight on, where it gets the name horseshoe crab, let me hold it like that. Looks just like a horseshoe, right?
Totally.
And if you look right at the front of the face there, you see these little spots? Those are compound eyes. Actually, this animal has 9 eyes in total. The 2 right here, 5 light-sensing eyes on top of its carapace, and then on the underside, 2 simple eyes that they actually use to kind of sense their environment. And scientists think that the eyes on the underside are actually just left over from when they were in a larva stage.
So wait, those are eyes on the top of that?
Yes, and it looks like a face, doesn't it? You see that?
I always thought that that was just like a helmet, like a shell protection.
Well, the top of this animal is called the carapace. Just like a lot of other arthropod species, this is a very dense, very hard exoskeleton. They don't actually have an endoskeleton, bones and cartilage like a human, but on the underside, look at that. Looks just like a scorpion or a spider.
Whoa. Can I touch the top of it?
Yeah.
Curious.
Totally safe.
Is it tough?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep, exoskeleton.
It's just like a turtle shell, actually.
Yep, well, I thought it was a turtle when we first walked up. And look, you've got some sort of a barnacle growing up on top of it. It's covered in a little bit of algae and seaweed. Now, here's something that you may not know, and something very cool. Let me turn it like this, just hold it in the palm of my hand. That is me holding a living fossil. The ancestors of the horseshoe crab have been on the planet for over 450 million years. And this species right here is the Atlantic horseshoe crab. There's only 4 horseshoe crab species in the world. This is the only one that can be found off the coast of the United States. And this one specifically, this design, the Atlantic horseshoe crab, has not changed in over 230 million years. That dates back to the Triassic period. So this creature was crawling around on the basin of the ocean during the time of the dinosaurs. Whoa. How cool is that? Now, they do get quite a bit bigger than this, and I'm guessing this is a female. The females are about 25% larger than the males. Wow, it's almost impossible to hold on to. Look at the underside.
It does look like a stinger.
It does, and that's why people are afraid of these things. They think that they're going to get stung. Look at this. Nope. This tail is actually just used like a rudder. Although it does have all these barbs, it's very intimidating, but it cannot hurt you at all. In fact, if a horseshoe crab gets flipped on its back like that, see, it tries to right itself up, it actually can't. And that's a big misnomer, that these arthropods are capable of flipping themselves back over. And there's actually a conservation effort that was launched in the 80s called Just Flip 'em. And the Just Flip 'em concept is that if you're walking down the beach and you see a horseshoe crab that's flipped on its back like this from like a crashing of a wave, what you're supposed to do is just gently grab the carapace and flip it right side up. Now, you don't want to pick it up by its tail because you can actually injure the animal if you hold it like that. Look at that, Mark, it's coming right towards you. Wow. I have really wanted to feature a horseshoe crab on Beyond the Tide, and it's kind of being in the right place at the right time that we came across one of these giants. Look at that thing. That's as big as my face is. Whoa, I do have to watch out for that tail though. I don't want to get stabbed in the eye by it. Well, how cool is this? Coming across one of the most bizarre creatures you can ever stumble upon in the tide pools, the horseshoe crab. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. All right, let's let her back off into the ocean.
Here are our sources. We used information from Britannica.com, SanDiegoZoo.org, Kittle Co., and our video is from Brave Wilderness Facebook page.
Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed this picture of a fuzzy jumping spider as well as the rest of our presentation, and we hope you learned a thing or two about Chelicerata.